People, what is going on? What is going on? We are talking OnlyFans today. Shouts out to, of course, everybody that's going to be watching this live, everybody that's been enjoying the great financial content I give a lot of you to really see life in different dynamics. Tonight, we're talking about nurses versus OnlyFans. If you had to choose, which one would you choose? As you guys know, I'm a life coach, wealth practitioner. I'm always teaching you guys how to create wealth while living, but I'm also always in a position of teaching you guys how to work smarter, not harder. Now, we know this whole OnlyFans thing is going to the next level. And at this point of life, a lot of people are making a lot of wealth. And we got to start to ask ourselves a real question. In this world today, does it make sense to become a nurse or put yourself in a position of winning financially and start doing some OnlyFans? Now, I know a lot of you, once you hear the word or OnlyFans, some people just go right into negativity. Oh my God, OnlyFans, you got to be naked. These people are just having sex. Yes, that's part of it, right? But there's also individuals that's making a lot of wealth who are not naked, who are making money through knowledge, who are making money through just wearing certain type of clothing, who are making money because they self-invested into themselves. And at the end of the day, I look at life a little differently. If you invested into yourself and you got your body done, you look good, and there's a platform for you to not be touched, and you can just show them how good you look, and you're able to make a lot of money and work smarter, not harder, why not do that? So we're going to talk about, of course, OnlyFans. OnlyFans is a multi-billion-dollar company. One of the owners is Tim Stokely, if I'm saying his name correct, who started with just getting a small loan from his father that was an undisclosed amount to being in a position where he has probably made over maybe $200 million. And just alone in 2021, I would say he paid almost $4 to $5 billion to content creators. So we obviously know there's something in this industry, because let's first go back a bit. The sex industry itself is $100 to $150 billion industry. So automatically, for somebody to put this structured type of environment where people could get paid for subscriptions, people could get paid for their time, their content, and different dynamics, you guys understand we're also in a world where a lot of people got a lot of followers. You could obviously see why a lot of people are making millions of dollars, $500,000. And I got students who are making more money than doctors on OnlyFans. And I want to have you guys understand, I'm not here to bash being a nurse, but I do want you guys to understand that there's a lot of different dynamics when it comes to being on OnlyFans and creating content. Now, we first got to understand a little bit about, let's talk about nurses for a moment, okay? You went to school, you probably got a pile of debt, maybe anywhere from $30,000 to maybe $100,000 worth of debt. We all know a lot of nurses don't usually have their debt paid off by the time they become a nurse. And we obviously know, I live in the state of Florida, so we know that nurses make anywhere from $50,000, I would say, to about $130,000 statistically. And I'm going to be, that 130 is very high. I'm going to be honest with you. In Florida does not pay nurses that well. I'm going to be honest. A lot of nurses really make $50,000 to maybe $95,000, $90,000. For me to sit here and make it seem like nurses in Florida are making $150,000, $130,000, that's not true. Now, I could probably say for maybe California, maybe New York, again, cost of living is different. Nurses probably do make that type of money. But when we're talking about Florida nurses, a lot of Florida nurses do not make $130,000, $120,000. And if they do, they probably put you in a position where a lot of nurses had to go get their master's degree or become a nurse practitioner. Now, we got to always understand, people, the game of life is working smarter, not harder. OnlyFans has changed the dynamics of the sex industry, have changed the dynamics of how people make money. And it's not just OnlyFans, too. I want you guys to understand. I did a video a couple weeks back about Uber versus being an Uber driver versus working for FedEx. Actually, versus working for UPS. And some people took my advice. And right now, they're on their path to making $100,000. Because at the end of the day, here it goes again. Where are you working smarter, not harder? Picking up heavy boxes in a hot truck, probably that doesn't have AC, running routes maybe 7 days a week. having no breaks, hurting your back, being disrespected at work, 1 hour lunch breaks, or riding your Uber. You're your own boss, making anywhere from $30 to maybe $75 an hour, and you're making $100,000 a year. Some people are even making. I have students who make about $150 a year, $130 a year, $120 a year, driving Uber. So now we talk about OnlyFans. People, make sure you put your comments below. Feel comfortable. This is a real mature discussion about becoming a nurse versus being on OnlyFans and creating great content that the world has always loved from the Hugh Hefner days, people. Playboy has started years ago. This is not new to the world of when it comes to the porno industry. Now, I want you guys to understand, not every individual on OnlyFans is having sex. Because I know a lot of you, that's what you think. But let's look at the pros and cons of each side. Salary. If you're in Florida as a nurse, you're probably making $50 to about $130, $130. All right? And that $130 is really high. I don't really think a lot of them even make $130. A lot of nurses make, like I said, $50 to about $90,000 a year. Now, if we look at OnlyFans, now they have a subscription model that allows the individual to pay up to $50 a month. They have a $5 plan. They also allow the individual to get tips of $100 to $200 per image, per video. Now, people, I want you guys to understand, why is the dynamics of OnlyFans so much different? Really think about this for a moment. I've always said this quote in life: it's not about how much money you make, okay, all the time. It's about learning how do you get to the most people. Then the money just flourishes. A lot of you don't realize that in life, the hardest part about life is not just making money. It's learning how do you get to the macro market. How do you get to most of the audience that you need to get to? And with OnlyFans and with social media connected, you got to really think about it. If you have 50,000 followers and you're a beautiful woman, have your body done, or you just probably work out, you're just a beautiful woman, no matter what culture you're from. But at the end of the day, sex sells. You decide to say, I'm going to have an OnlyFans. I'm going to, of course, have people to subscribe for $40 a month. Do you understand, people, at 1,000 people, do you understand that person just made $40,000? People, a lot of you need to understand how lucrative OnlyFans is if you play it right. So when you look at the salary starting point for OnlyFans, for an individual that has the right following, that has the right look, because everybody got a taste and preference. Some people like thick women. Some people like slim women. Some people like cultured women. Some people like they have fetishes. Some people like certain skin of women. Some people like tall women. Some people like short women. And when you understand the dynamics of that, there's a little bit of everything in this world of OnlyFans for you. And a lot of you understand how lucrative it is. There is people in OnlyFans making more money than some of you have made in the last 12 years put together, and they've done it in 2 years. And if you really look at it, who's working smarter? An OnlyFans content creator, or a person who decides to go to school, get maybe $60,000 to $90,000 a year, have to do excessive overtime, probably have school loans up to maybe $50,000 to $70,000 worth of school loans, which normally would not have been paid off till maybe 10 years. Good job, Biden, for trying to wipe off at least $10,000, because some people were stuck with this school debt. Compared to OnlyFans salary, the first year to make $100,000 is not that hard at all, because you're on a subscription type of platform and you're selling a different type of product. You're selling yourself. And you guys got to understand, sex sell. Sex is a $150 billion industry. Even if you get a portion, 1% of that, do you understand how much money you can make on OnlyFans? I'm not here to tell you, look, you need to join OnlyFans tonight and this is the best idea for you. I'm just here to have you guys understand, in life, you got to work smarter, not harder. But imagine this. Imagine somebody decided to be on OnlyFans. And while being on OnlyFans, they decided to say, hold on, I'm going to make money for 3 years. They have a plan. I'm going to be on OnlyFans and make money for 3 years. Then after 3 years, I'm going to get off OnlyFans and actually go do something else. Or while I'm on OnlyFans, I'm still in nursing school. But my OnlyFans money is paying off my nursing school debt. And of course, putting me in a position to, of course, own assets, because I'm also investing into stocks, I'm investing into real estate. Now I have something that I own for all the years I've been on OnlyFans. But I know I'm only going to stay for 3 years. So now your school debt is paid off. You own 1 or 2 or 3 properties. You're debt-free. Probably all your mortgages is even paid also. Because when you're talking about sex, when you're talking about the physical attraction of certain people, there is people that will pay top dollar just for a picture. There is people that will pay top dollar to see certain people do certain things. And OnlyFans is letting them, of course, have their own world of doing this. Now, you guys got to understand, for some of you, you just can't get past the, oh my God, I have to be naked. That's the mindset. First of all, on the platform, you could be anonymous. On the platform, you do not have to tell your real name. On the platform, you really don't even need to show your face. That's something that is very true. There's a lot of individuals that will show their face at all. And here's the honest truth, which makes me laugh a little bit, right? Sometimes I really want to understand, is that even the real person that the picture is showing, the main profile picture? Because you could imagine there's people, I guarantee you, that's doing this. That's taking videos of doing certain things. That's not even them. And there's certain people that's paying monthly, believing, oh my God, look what she's doing. Not realizing that's not even the real person on the video. Nowadays, recently she was a teacher at, I forgot what's the name of the school. She quit becoming a teacher. Within months, made $1 million in 12 months. Now, we all know teachers do not get paid right. They don't get paid their worth. That million would have probably taken that teacher maybe 14 years to make. And there would have been no way they would have made that million in anything less. Because teacher salaries are horrible. Well, let me take that back. Certain teachers get paid based on certain states. Because again, cost of living makes a difference on what a teacher gets paid based on where you become a teacher. If we're talking, again, Florida pays like crap. A lot of teachers don't make money. But when we're talking, let's say Chicago, teachers start off maybe $75,000 a year, gross. That's not net, that's gross. Now, if you look at it again, OnlyFans, where a person could make $50,000 in 1 month, because they're having people subscribe at $50 a piece. If you have $40 price tag, 5,000 people subscribe. Do you understand? This person is making $200,000 a month. And do you understand how easy that is? When you have already built your social media to have more than 1 million followers, or maybe 500,000 followers, maybe 200,000 followers, and you're a very attractive woman. Do you understand how easy that is to have 5,000 people come to your platform, women and men, and to come to your platform so you can make $200,000 a month? I must say, Genuine Artist was popping with you, man. Daniel was popping. Sex always has been selling. Sex is going to never stop selling. I see I got some comments over here on, I'm not sure on YouTube or whatever. Sex has always been selling. It's never going to stop being sold. People, put your comments below. Tonight we're talking, what makes more sense? Becoming a nurse or becoming an OnlyFans content creator? And I spoke earlier telling you that a lot of nurses really don't make money. They don't make a lot of money. Because you got to really think about it. A nurse, especially in Florida, makes anywhere from $50,000 to about $130,000. And that 130 is really iffy. Really, nurses make 50 to 100. And that 100, they're putting so much overtime hours. Now, based on what state you're from, let's say California, let's say Chicago, let's say New York, they pay way more because the cost of living is higher. So it's like you're getting paid $130, but your cost of living is so much higher, it kind of balances out to the same thing. Where else, other than OnlyFans right now, that beautiful women, no matter if they're just fit or if they did plastic surgery, can make $20,000 to $100,000 a month without taking their clothes off? Now, number two, I get it. As a nurse, your clothes is always on. Now, some of you are going to say, oh, OnlyFans is just not right. They naked. That's not fair. Some people are going to fight OnlyFans. OnlyFans is just not right. People, let's look at it. The bottom line is there's a lot of women right now on OnlyFans. They are not naked. And they're making a lot more money than you. Now, how they're investing their money and how they're managing their money, that's a whole different topic of discussion. But I want you guys to understand the concept of life is work smart, not hard. For somebody to say that, it makes more sense to become a nurse than to be on OnlyFans if you are an attractive woman who has a nice body. You're lying to yourself. Numbers don't see. One thing I've always taught a lot of people, shouts out to New York in the building, what's popping, just a lot of people need to understand. Numbers don't lie. You got to realize OnlyFans has a subscription system where you can charge up to $50 per person. If that person gets 4,000 followers, that's $200,000 a month. $200,000 a month. Times 12 months, that's $2.4 million. By the time OnlyFans take out their cut, even if the person nets $1.5 million, what occupation in the nursing industry can have you make $1.5 million in 1 year? Some of you can't hide from the truth. The truth is a lot of these OnlyFans individuals are making way more money than a lot of us. That's the truth. Now, how they're managing their money and how they're investing it, I'm going to be honest. A lot of them are very reckless with how they manage their money. And of course, shouts out to, of course, if you want to book me for sessions and get your money in order, that's what I do. I teach people how to, of course, get their financials in order. I teach people how to create wealth while living. You get on mentorme.com, book a section, or a couple hours of sessions like a lot of people do, and I get you in order. Because a lot of you got to realize right now, nurses have a lot of debt. And you got to realize this. A lot of people are struggling. There is so many nurses that I coach. Before they met me and they got coached by me, they were living check to check while making, by theory, $100,000. See, once we do a profit and loss or income statement to really see what's your bottom dollar, your disposable income, how much, in other words, how much money you got left at the end of the month, people, life is changing. Content creators make more money than nurses. If they would manage their money right, they will be in a better position than a lot of people who have gone to school and have 2-3 degrees. I'm going to take a couple comments before I continue. I see a couple comments on all the platforms that I'm on. Let's start with Linda. What kind of content can you create on OnlyFans? Please educate me because I'm clueless. Linda was popping. Linda asks, what type of content can you create? We all know OnlyFans is a more sexual, by theory type of content. But I want you to understand that is true and that's false. There is, God, I can't remember her name. There is a sister who went on OnlyFans who made close to $1 million in not less than 90 days. And she was educating people on money. So she decided, instead of selling sex, let me sell knowledge. Let me sell money management on OnlyFans, because she realized, here it goes again. That's where everybody is at for what? Entertainment. So why don't we give them something else, but we already got the people there? Because the hardest part about making $1 million is not really making 1 million people. It's getting to 1 million people. And if you could get to 1 million people, you sell something for $1, you made $1 million. But what happens when you sell something for $20? You made $20 million. And that's what a lot of you don't realize. On OnlyFans, it is not just selling sex. It's not just selling photos. There's people selling knowledge, making millions. Let me take question number 2. Linda, I hope you understood the answer to that question, but that is a great question. Probably she's not on the platform, so she's asking herself, like, what do they sell? Now, some people on the platform, they having sex. That's just play. Yeah, you guys know I tell the honest truth. Now, some people on the platform playing smart. There's videos of them privately having sex, right? And here's what's funny. You don't even know if it's them because they cut off this. You don't see the face. You just see, by theory, the body. How do you know that's them? And I guarantee that people that's playing that game right there, they got videos of other people. And we all know in the private section, if you're on the platform, you could get tipped up to $100 to $200 per video, per image in the private section. People, after 6 months of being on OnlyFans, you could get tipped $200 per image, per video. Do you guys understand how much of a game changer that is? These OnlyFans women are making a lot of money. And it's not just women. There's a lot of people on OnlyFans making more money than some of us is going to make in the next 10 years. And they're making it in 1 to 2 years. Now, if they manage their money right, now some of you say, well, here's the thing. Being a nurse, there's benefits. There's paid time off. Why would I need paid time off on OnlyFans if I have subscription? People are subscribed to me at automatic debit. I get paid every single month doing nothing to a certain degree. Some of you say, well, retirement. At the end of the day, if I'm an OnlyFans content creator, I made $1 million in 12 months. For you to make $1 million being a nurse probably take you 12 years. And you got to factor in, it can't be 12 years realistically, because making $100,000 gross is not the same thing as making $100,000 net. So it'll probably take you 18 years to make the same million they made in 2 years or 1 year. And if they took a quarter, maybe say 25% of what they made, and invested that into the stock market or crypto or real estate, do you understand? They're going to have a stronger retirement than you can if they did that for maybe 3 to 4 years consecutively. The problem with a lot of people, as they're making money on OnlyFans, they're blowing the money just as fast as they made it. Fancy cars, fancy jewelry. But at the end of the day, people, numbers don't lie. I'm going to take another comment. Big player JD says there was a girl that was doing that. She got fired from the job because the coworker was on the clock paying for her page. Manager fired the girl while she was helping a patient. Now, I want you guys to understand. There is a lot of biased areas in this world, because if a woman gets her body done, for some people it's a problem. It bothers them because, oh my God, I'm a woman, my body doesn't look like her. So there's jealousy. But no matter, that's just an emotional factor. The reality is, if that individual decides to make an OnlyFans because they decided to have surgery and have a nice body and make millions, people, at the end of the day, you can't deny what's reality. Numbers don't lie. They're working smarter than you. So I invest, hypothetically, $20,000, I get surgery on my body. I invest into, of course, OnlyFans, making content. And some of the content people are paying for is just pictures. So you're telling me I'm wearing some tight little clothes. Okay, some people are having sex. That's just their option. Some people ain't even having sex. It's just the beauty pictures of them having barely anything on, making $3, $4, $5, $10, $20 million a year. You're telling me it makes more sense to go to school, become a nurse? Or is it the simple fact, the truth is the truth? You can't do it. You don't have the body. You don't have the face. You don't have the heart. People really think about it, because at the end of the day, if somebody decided to do OnlyFans for 3 years, make $1 million in those 3 years, well, some people are making $1 million a year, but make $1 million in 3 years, paid their school debt off, bought 3 houses, or paid their school debt off, bought a building. They got 10 people that they're collecting rent from, and that building is paid off. Who worked smarter? You going to school, becoming a nurse? While they became a nurse while doing OnlyFans, they don't have no debt. It's all paid off. They own their house, no mortgage. They own a building, no mortgage. Their cars, no mortgage. Who made the smarter investment? Let me take a couple comments on IG while you guys put your comments below. Justin, hold on, who we starting with? Genuine Artist says probably would never get married though if you do OnlyFans, be single woman for a long time. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I get the comment, right? Because you're saying like, okay, well, if people publicly see, because again, we all know, sad to say, he makes a partial good point, right? Being on OnlyFans, people are hacking pages. It's happening. People are hacking all private videos of women on OnlyFans. And it goes viral very quick in private apps that we probably all heard about that start with the letter T, right? At the end of the day, I find it hard to believe just because the person had a pass. And let's go back. Let's take it back. How many men dated scandalous women and still ended up marrying the woman? Let's go back high school days. How many women got, as we say, trains ran on them and they're married today? How many women have done things that they regret when they were younger and they're married today? Please tell me what's the difference in regards to OnlyFans. How can a person believe that there's a higher probability that a woman won't get married because they're on OnlyFans and one of their videos went viral? People, pay attention to Kim Kardashian. You guys see what viral does sometimes? We're in a different world, but I understand what he's saying. It's important to understand what he's trying to say is your image is very important. Some men can feel away like, oh my God, I found a video or videos, plural, of you doing certain things with different guys. I'm not interested. Yeah, you do roll the dice in that area. That's something you do need to think about if you're going to be a woman being very sexual on OnlyFans. But if you're just if you're just going to show images and probably shake some ass, I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but there's a high dollar amount if I'm right. I'm telling you, and if you're right. So at the end of the day, people understand sex has been here since we all been little kids, and it's not going anywhere. The problem with a lot of people, and I'm going to say it again, they're making the money so fast on OnlyFans, they're blowing it even faster. It always goes back to this, just like rappers, just like artists, just like athletes. When you go from broke and start making millions or a lot of money, that term is so subjective, but a lot of money, you have to have some type of structure, preferably a mentor, a financial advisor, somebody to give you some type of advice on direction with your money before you blow it. Because a lot of people are not saving money. They're spending money just as quick as they make it because they mentally think, I'm going to make it again. I'm going to make it again. And that's the mindset that drug dealers have. That's the mindset that probably OnlyFans content creators have. Some of the women that I've coached, I'm so glad to see where they're at today. Their debt is very low. Some of them have no debt. And they're making a lot of money doing OnlyFans. Because now they decided to invest into, of course, themselves, which is invested into me, so I can teach them how to, of course, manage their money. That's what I care about. I don't care how people make their money. I'm not God to judge anybody. I'm not that person. What I care about is how you invest and manage your money. What I want you guys to understand is the truth is the truth. Nurses, you're not beating OnlyFans content creators. Some nurses are in debt right now, and they've been a nurse for 10, 12 years. Some nurses are working check to check right now. They have a secondary job. Some people will say, well, there's paid time off. I'm going to say this again. Why do you need paid time off as a content creator on OnlyFans? When you have subscriptions, you're getting paid every month, automatically, automatic debit. I see some comments below. Justin says, you don't have to show off naked photos. These women are smart. Not even a top doctor can make this type of money. And it's true. There's a guy I follow on Instagram. His name is, he has a page called American Income. And I also follow another page that I recommend you guys follow. It's called Salary Transparent. And what it does is show you, by walking around, interviewing random people, how much money do these people make and what do they do for a living? I want you guys to understand 95%, let's say 90% of people do not make $100,000 a year. And the 10% that do, congratulations. But there's a 90% in this world today that has great titles. Oh, I'm a senior, blah, 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 or I'm a team leader, I'm a blah. Great titles. But to me, everything boils to the numbers. How much money do you make? How long did you go to school? How long do you need to go to school to do OnlyFans? No schooling. You got a following on maybe TikTok, bring that same following to OnlyFans, push your content. 30 days later, 60 days later, 90 days later, you got 2,000 people subscribed at $40. People, you are winning. That's already $8,000 right there. People, tell me, how can you lose? How can you lose? A couple more comments. Shouts out to Justin. How come you sell financial education? How can you sell financial education on OnlyFans? Oh, to answer that question, you might want to Google the young lady who did it and take a look at her page. And she'll tell you how she made close to $1 million in 30 days. Crazy, isn't it? It's very smart what she did by taking a platform that already had a strong user base, but targeting them with different type of content. Because again, we all know, no matter what platform you're on, once a new platform come out, everybody gets shift to that platform. When Facebook first came out, well, let's go back, MySpace. Then what happened? Everybody shifted to what? Facebook. Then everybody shifted from Facebook to what? Instagram. Then everybody shifted to Instagram. Well, now, if you're on Instagram, you lame. Now it's TikTok. Then what you think? Something else is going to happen. Then while TikTok is going on and while Instagram is going on, OnlyFans came out. Before OnlyFans was what? Pornhub. And then when you really look at it, what's next? That's the person who's going to make the money. But again, no matter what platform you're on, I get it. I'm on TikTok now. TikTok, you're selling entertainment. The money is made through marketing dollars. That's how the company makes money. That's how all these apps make money. They're making money through marketing dollars. There's a lot of marketing dollars that they're making for companies to promote their products through what you guys like to watch, especially YouTube and different things like that. You guys understand the next platform that comes out is going to be the same shift. It's going to shift into something different. Everybody's going to run to it. They're going to leave TikTok alone. And somebody's going to say, okay, well, why not sell this on that platform? And they're going to make billions. Justin is, okay, he's answering genuine. He says, because the price, okay, cool, which is correct. People, we're talking tonight. Shouts out to 326. Donovan is in the building. That's my barber, my man, my dude. Fly guy. That boy be dressing nice. Fly guy, no homo. Hey, we're talking tonight. Where does it make more sense? Being a nurse or being on OnlyFans, clocking in minimum $10,000 to $50,000 a month. And some of these women are making it a week. Some women are making $20,000 a week just by showing what they was already born with clothes or without clothes. People, I want y'all to understand. People are making money on OnlyFans showing what they were born with clothes or without clothes. While some of us are working so hard every day. If you really think about it, if a nurse makes, let's say, $70,000, by theory, you could say, what is that, $35, $40 an hour? Do you understand some of these OnlyFans content creators, tips alone, they get $100 tip per image, per video. And some of them have thousands of videos, thousands of images. They're allowed to receive $200 tip per image, per video. People, numbers don't lie. Some women they're going to deny this video and say, "Oh, these women are whores. These women are da-da-da." People, you could judge and say what you want. Some of these women on OnlyFans is very smart because they're taking a shortcut to being successful. Now, if they would manage their money, that's the problem some of them have. The students that I educate, that I teach and help them manage their finances, that's on OnlyFans. When I first met them a couple years ago, and they started booking sessions, the biggest problem they had, they was making money too fast. But they didn't know what to do with it. Once you get structure and alignment of knowing, okay, let me start saving. Okay, let me start investing. Where do I start investing my money? Let me start looking long term. Let me make sure I have life insurance, health insurance. People, where do you make $2 million in 3 years? Please tell me. For all of you that's on live right now, if you're a nurse that's on live right now, ask yourself a question. How long would it take for you to make $1 million? How long would it take for you to make $2 million? You probably would be 60 and old. The reality is the reality, people. Because nurses make anywhere, Google it, $50,000 to about $130,000. And that 130, I'm telling you, a lot of them don't make 130. I have a lot of nurse students. They do not make 130. But we got to really look at it. Even if you gave them the benefit of the doubt, 100,000. 100,000 times 10, that's $1 million. But that's $1 million, but that's gross. That is not net. So that means you did not make $1 million in 10 years. A lot of nurses, if they do make 100, they gross 100. By the time you pull out rent, car payments, expenses, college debt, personal debt, mortgage debt, you are at a position where you can't stand side by side with an OnlyFans creator. These women that's on OnlyFans, how they have their subscription set up, because I got a couple students that I mentor. I'm gonna tell you right now, these women here, one right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, she makes what? She makes probably $10,000 a week. I visually see her back end. $10,000 a week, $40,000 a month, 12 months in a year. Even on the low weeks, she makes $3,000. Please tell me what nurse can compete against that. How can you compete? Her house is paid off now, both of them, because of myself. I taught her, of course, the game. Please tell me, if you are a nurse, how can you beat that? Please explain to me. We're talking tonight about becoming a nurse versus being on OnlyFans. Where does it make more sense? We obviously realize that being on OnlyFans is a great way, an opportunity to make a lot of money. And we also realize that you do not have to be naked. You do not have to be naked. You do not have to be known. A lot of people have videos where you don't see their face, you just see their body. Not every woman on OnlyFans is having sex. You guys hear the people who are making millions of dollars. Some people are making more money in OnlyFans, people, just to show you how things have shifted. Some rappers are saying they're making more money doing online games. Look how life has shifted. Playing online games. T-Pain just said he makes more money a month playing video games online than doing music. There's people that say they make more money on OnlyFans as rap women artists than they make being an artist. So how can somebody say it makes more sense to be a nurse than to be on OnlyFans? People, I thought I'd share this live because I want you guys to understand, long-term wise, there's stability in nursing. Long-term wise, yes, there's retirement. But if an OnlyFans creator understands how to manage their money, starts investing, starts saving, create their own retirement, at the end of the day, you cannot compare the two. OnlyFans wins this race by far. Now, of course, I love what somebody said earlier, which is true. your image can be ruined. Because if you are going to do sexual activities, people are hacking pages of OnlyFans all day long. And that video may have to haunt you for the rest of your life if you're uncomfortable. People, this is your boy Bobby from MentorMe.com. Appreciate all the love, all the likes, all the shares. Make sure you subscribe to my Spotify, people. It's only $9.99 a month. Support the movement, people. Appreciate all the love on YouTube, Facebook. What am I on? IG, all the platforms. Make sure you follow me at TikTok, MentorMe954. Appreciate all the love, all the support. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for listening and tuning in. Share this video. Let it go viral one day. MentorMe.com. Peace. What is going on with my connection?